All right. There we are. How are we going? Wow, the SPY pulling back already. Haha, gotta love the red. Good morning, though. Glad to be back today. Sorry I missed yesterday, too. Had to take care of something for my father really quick. What's up, Rick? Woof. Andrin, Outlaw. Sharpie, Steve, I love YouTube. Zach, Simon. Appreciate that, Outlaw. Go check Tessie really fast. One of our favorites here in the short term. It's been extremely hot. Trying to push up again. Tesla's our best friend here. Thanks, Elon. What's up, Jane? Wow, good morning. Long time no see, Jane. I was gonna tell you I got a cat. A request for Christmas techno music. Whoa, techno music. There we go. We'll have to check that out here. Been looking for work. Hey, there we go. It's like a calico. What's up, Joe Papa? HUT. Wow, that's a good move by them today. Hut 8. You said they had a huge deal. HPC AI. Let's go check on HUT's news here. See what it says. Oh, Anthropic and Fluid Stack. To accelerate the deployment of a hyperscale AI infrastructure in the United States, company signed a 15-year, $7 billion lease with Fluid Stack for 245 megawatts of IT capacity at its River Bend data center campus in Louisiana. Interesting. HUT is moving, though. Pretty decent action so far. See if it can start moving here from open. Here we go. SPY attempting a bounce and move higher. Tessie, there we go. Breaking pre-market highs. There we go. Tesla 495. Testing on Bookmap right now. That was our first big sell wall coming up. It looks like it just wiped that one out. We'll have to see if 500 can come in. Wow, that's a good move by Tessie again. Come on, let's get some real action. Nvidia's down. Go back to Nvidia. Little weak opening. Wow, yeah, it is. 174.50 breaking to the downside. Man, keep your eyes on Nvidia. That looks like a terrible structural breakdown happening right now. I mean, we could see this one start to really flush under support. Maybe like 171, 170 could be decent targets. I wouldn't go too low, but at least not initially. Maybe if you can scale out and then leave a couple runners, maybe you can target lower, but I think it'd be a tough one there. Let's throw up the Mag 7 here. Ooh, Thinkorswim didn't crash this morning. There we go. Tesla's falling back down. Man, look at the way SPY's pulling back here too. Google's looks pretty rough. Wow. Google and Nvidia. Man, Google looks nasty today too. Big move down to 303. Damn, SPY just broke down below 679 again. That's not a good sign. That's pretty bearish for me in the shorter term again. I'm going to watch for that gap to fill from this morning now. The gap fill is going to be down to 678. CGC's going good. Whoa, yeah, they are. How about Tilray? Tilray is not today. All right. MSOS is doing decent. Yeah, Nvidia. That's a rough one, Jake. Really adding some downside pressure to the SPY. Oh yeah, that structural breakdown is getting worse. It's continuing. You think the Japanese carry trade's been hitting Bitcoin and Nvidia? It could get worse. That's a good point, Coconut. A lot of traders can't really comprehend that, but it definitely is something that could happen. For some more news here today. See what Bloomberg has as the headlines. Nothing too crazy there so far. See what the market news specifically looks like. Tesla's rally to record highs, leaving big tech peers behind. Oil rallies. Geopolitical risk mount? Really? Wow, yeah, CL. Really starting to move here today. Check out GUSH. I guess it's not doing as good as it should be, but it is up like 2%, but this doesn't look near as good as crude really does. Gosh, Google breaking down towards 300. See if CGC can keep it going. Go back to Hut 8. $41 support ended up holding up here with HUT. Trying to make a bit of a comeback here. Seems pretty choppy after that pre-market move. I mean, it is up 16% already, but wow. You're looking for 676.92. I'm looking at 678 for that gap fill, but I could see it getting a little bit past there. I like it. I see where you're looking now. It's not a bad next support. Always like it when people give us some levels, you know? Wow, just under there, there's a really good support coming up, like 675.50, 676. Gonna be a crazy couple days here. Don't forget, tomorrow we're gonna be having inflation data released at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. 1 hour before the market opens, be ready. Inflation data will be releasing. The CPI data, more specifically, but it comes with the core inflation rates and the normal inflation rates, so that'll be fun. Be fun to see what's up there. Here's the inflation chart. You can see inflation's been jumping from April, but if you go to like a 10-year chart, it's relatively low in the short term. It's just kind of stuck in this range. You know, if we start to jump way above 3% again, I would call that some cause for concern, but we'll see if it does that or not. It seems like we're in that period, though, where it's just going to stay flat and choppy for a little while. Oh, yeah, I forgot they don't let you see max charts on here anymore. Trading Economics makes you pay for that now. Thanks for that, Trading Economics. Might be a way I could get this up actually on TradingView, I believe. Ha, here we go. Oh, yeah. Yeah, here we go. You can get the same thing on TradingView. Just type in USIRYY and go to a monthly. USIRYY. It gives you the inflation rate year-over-year readings. You can see it's at 3, just like the other chart was. And it has that there. You can actually, if we wanted to, we could make it columns. Kind of like it like this. See if each reading was green or red, or if it showed a jump or a drop. Very interesting. Either way, that reading tomorrow is going to be huge. If we start to see a big move over 3%, I think that's going to really worry traders. Oh, now it made that for my SPY? That's not cool. 678 just filled the gap almost, guys. Very close. 678.25. Watch 678. Haha, 67. Those poor iRobot 401k holders. Man, iRobot just died. Yeah, no kidding. I can't believe it died off that much the other day. Holy shit. $4 all the way down to 60 cents. What did they do? They filed Chapter 11, right? I think that's what it was. Yeah, they filed for bankruptcy. After Amazon was forced to scrap its deal, it said. Simon said going private. I don't know about that. They might get put on the OTC market, though, if they stay this low. Yeah. Not too bad, Brain. China said no thank you for the H200s. Is that what's going on with NVIDIA here? I heard that there was a possibility of that. Ooh, Beijing's tech independence drive. Chinese chipmaker Meta X integrated circuits. Let's go see if we can find this. Oh, I don't see it here. Oh, here we go. Maybe it's this, 932087. Hard to tell. These Chinese stocks, I don't know how they work exactly, but we're probably not going to find that one, but either way, let's keep watching that SPY here. It filled that gap down. Watch for it to possibly bounce off 608. All right, SPY, test it again for us. Let's see. What do we got? Let the weed stonks get high. You're a spy under 678. Oh, we might hit 676, 92 here soon. That'll be big. Mason, I'm gonna laugh if it goes right off there. Yeah, not good to see it breaking down again. Another pretty rough move. One thing to look for with the SPY that I am keeping in the back of my mind is right here. We could see that small support closer to 677.50 attempt to hold. That is pretty much where the SPY bounced before here. Pretty big range. 677.50 up to 678, little 50-cent range there. Interesting. And go check the stock news really quick. All right, nothing too crazy there. It'd be nice to see the Santa rally get started, wouldn't it? One sec, guys. Alrighty, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, SPY, there we go, coming back off support. Pretty decent. It sucked to see 678 break down, but whenever I zoomed out and started like really looking at it harder, I definitely like this little hit over here from yesterday morning, actually. The time is flying. I still can't believe that inflation data is coming out tomorrow morning. Man, I need a drink. One sec. Sorry about that, guys. Dying out here. Gotta love the cold, don't you? You gotta really like the cold. You gotta call it resistance level, saw it was breaking, so you got an SPX put for a hedge, and it made more than the put and got out on the call for a small gain today. Ha, close call. Yeah, it sounds like it. Sounds pretty good though. Dying like Tesla? Are they dying now? They're chopping, but they're actually holding their little support here. It's like a triple bottom at 486.50. I guess you could say dying like Tesla, yeah. Man, Tessie's making a pretty good comeback here now. 492 again. A lot of chop today, but it is moving pretty good. Playing Riley to the downside. What is Riley? R-I-L-Y? Oh, wow. What was up with Riley yesterday? I must have missed that. Riley posted good earnings. Gotcha. I didn't even see the earnings there. You parkoured it yesterday. Very unsuccessful. Oh. That's no good. An attempt was made. You're getting cooked this week, Care said. That's not what we want to hear. But hey, that happens some weeks. This week is fairly hard to trade, and just that it's been very slow, choppy, downside action. Monday, I would say, was a much better day than yesterday. But today, watch out. The SPY's trying to hold this support. If it ends up holding there, that would be pretty nice. Steve said Tesla doing great. Coming all the way back with Tesla. Maybe getting back up towards the high of day again. $500 coming up soon. That's a big move there, Tessie. Nothing really today, KO. Nothing really crazy today. Which is good, I guess. That's good to see Tesla doing that, though. Ha, Brain goes, why is IRBT up 20%? Well, we've got to realize that even with that 20% move, look at how volatile it's been, you know? I think that really just tells the story there. Especially since it's like a 70-cent stock now. Every move's like 20%. Look at the intraday move yesterday. Had a 50% intraday move. Dang. Didn't even think of that. All right, let's run up a poll about the inflation data tomorrow, because the inflation data is going to be pretty important. I'm going to throw up the Mag 7 setup here. If we knew inflation was going to be worse, Tom, what play would you make ahead of time to hedge? That's a pretty good question. That's a pretty good question. So if we thought inflation was going to get way worse, because if we see inflation get worse, that pushes the Feds further away from rate cuts, more towards pause. That could be a bad thing to see here in the market. You know, we could end up seeing a pullback stem from that. It's definitely possible. Tesla crosses 500 today. I'll take back every bad thing I said about the market this week. I don't blame you. You know, if inflation comes in way hotter than expected, I would really think that UVXY would be something to really hedge with. Maybe towards like the end of the day today, going into tomorrow. Now, granted, there's going to be implied volatility that comes into play, so keep that in mind. It's also probably not a bad idea to start grabbing puts on different stocks. Like, for example, Nvidia, which is super weak here in the short term, might not be a bad opportunity either. You know, it's starting to turn over in a pretty nasty way. If not even just puts on the SPY, of course. It's hard not to go for, you know, if you knew that that's what it was, it's hard not to go for 3x leverage, though. Yeah, Demir, IRBT. Everyone's looking at that one right now. 27% now. It just touched $1 a share and rejected. Riley's unpredictable, stopped out. RILY popped right back. Sean said VXX hit a 52-week low. Yeah, VXX has that leverage to it. Kind of like UVXY, but I don't think it's quite as much, but maybe it is. I can't quite remember. It's actually been a long time since I've even looked at VXX. I always just default UVXY now, or just simply VIX itself, to at least get the outlook there. I've been watching VIX as it's dropped down into this lower zone, watching to see if we do end up holding the zone and starting to get some bounce back. I would not be surprised. We actually had some VIX data on one of the videos this week. You should check it out if you haven't, but some interesting data points. Someone actually just bought a Roomba at BBBY. Best Buy. Or BBBY. Bed Bath & Beyond, that's right. They missed one of my B's. 6.54 moving up. Some whale dumped hundreds of dollars into IRBT. I like how you say hundreds of dollars. Was that you, Jake? Did you buy the Roomba? I gotta say, though, Bed Bath & Beyond doesn't have the worst setup in the world right now. It's not setting up terribly. It's not the best company right now, obviously, but it's not setting up bad. Oh, sounds good, Demure. No problem there. Appreciate you, of course. Sean. Man, not a bad move there, BBBY. All right, let's make up this poll. How is the inflation data going to move the SPY tomorrow? We're going to finally make it up. Will we end up seeing bullish price action or bearish? All right, here we go. What do we think? Bullish, bearish, or flat/choppy? Get that poll vote going. Let's see how it goes there. You almost didn't have Christmas. Jane had to save Christmas. Hey, there we go. Beautiful. Glad to hear that, Jane. Don't want to miss that. 679.50 coming up. Yes, as resistance on SPY now. I love that 679 to 680 zone. That is critical here. If SPY rejects off that, it could keep going down. So far, it's rejecting. Kind of stuck here between the low of the day and this slight resistance. Chop it up, Sean said. Wow, flat/choppy has a lot of votes. I don't blame you guys either. Christmas has been canceled, Sean said. Get those votes in, though. Just check out the chat here, and the poll will be right in the chat on the YouTube Live. Your daughter went to the ER, hit a deer? Oh, man. That's no good. That's rough. I'll be thinking about your daughter, Jane. It's a tough one. SPY really stuck here. Let's go back to Tesla. It didn't... Oh, it did break a new high in the morning, I guess. right at open there, or in pre-market, but it never got back up there here. It just rejected again off 494, kind of posting up here as the high of the day. It looks a bit brutal, I'd say. Jeez. You're thinking of investing in a bottle of single malt whiskey. Oh, no. That's gross, Daniel. The book map doesn't really matter on SPY, Oscar, at all. Because, unfortunately, SPY is a entity of its own. You know, it's an ETF. It's going to follow what it's meant to follow. There's even, like, bots and things that'll come in and arbitrage. Oh, God, my throat. Bots and stuff that'll come in and arbitrage anything that happens to keep it that way. So even if there are stacks, it doesn't really matter. I don't even know what that is, Jane. Happy. Go see this setup here on the Mag 7 again. What's moving? Man, Google had that nasty drop. They're down 2.2%, pretty much matching Nvidia. The AI stocks really falling down here. Oh, I've never heard of that. Sounds interesting. Oh, wow. Bourbon worth thousands, damn. That's pretty insane. I've seen some expensive ones out there, but never heard of that one. Is BE ever going to come back? Bloom Energy. Ticker symbol BE. Let's see how many votes we can get in this. Hopefully we can get like at least 50. Looks like a lot of people are voting for bearish price action, or at least choppy right now. Bearish or choppy? Sounds like a good gift, though, that's for sure. Man, I don't know if Bloom Energy's ever going to come back, like, all the way. It's starting to die off in a pretty exponential fashion here. Gosh, it's a pretty rough pullback that we're seeing, actually. I'd say pretty damn rough. Digging the music today. Hey, appreciate that. No problem, Jason. Thanks for joining up here. Oh, nice. She's more passive, but still very successful. I like to hear that. Glad she's successful, at least. Wow, Tesla. Just the way in which Tesla's broken out the past few trading days has been extremely wild. It's in a very strange setup today. Getting slow and choppy in this wedge here. Kind of set it up like this, see what happens. Oh, that's sick. Said she bought her first Tesla with Tesla's gains. Wow. That's a big deal there. If you guys could buy any Tesla out there, which one would you guys buy? I'm curious. Model S, Model 3, Model Y, Model X. I don't even know if they do the X anymore. Or the Cybertruck, or the, I guess you could say the Roadster even as well. You really wanted to. Simon says none. Model 3 with FSD. Good option. Johnny says none. Sharpie says S or 3. I'd rather put the Tesla money in my account. I don't blame you. It's just a hypothetical. I don't mean you guys have to buy one, but obviously. Porsche 911, hey! Yeah, I would say I would rather drive a 911 as well. I know. I was just curious what you guys would say about the Teslas. Honestly, that was all. This would be the Tesla I would buy if I was gonna buy one. I wouldn't buy one though. I'm not an EV person yet, but I like the Model X quite a bit. I like how the doors go open in a funny way, and I find that one to be fun. Kind of a fun car. Jane's dream car is a Land Rover. What? You love nature and hiking? Gotcha. That's pretty cool. Yeah, not bad. Definitely more of an off-road centered one. This is my dream car here. Come on. This is my true dream car, but this car is an insane car. It's a Celine S7. I think I see one for sale here for like... One of them was bid up to 715 grand. I thought they were even more than that, but maybe not. I thought they were like well over that. 67 Impala. Hey, that's sick. Ramirez knew what it was. He says you can start out with the Celine Mustang, though. I wouldn't even want one of those. This is the current car that I'm rocking right now. I'm pretty happy with it. God, load the pictures for me. Mine's not an 07, but it's an 08, actually. An old 08 Z06. Some black wheels, black on black. That thing's my baby. Well, besides my real baby. I had a 95 RX-7. Whoa! I know, Coconut. I used to love those. Let's see ORCL. Thoughts on Oracle down 5% again. I mean, they're in free fall mode. They're starting to get closer to some big areas of support. I really like 170 to 171 as a possible support in the shorter term. You can tell today, though, that it like officially just filled the gap. Pretty interesting. Literally just filled the gap to the downside here. We might see it try to hold, but I don't love trying to play a bounce here. I would keep looking at it to the downside. Yeah, Ramirez, manual only. Yep. You guys had all types of those. Man, those are some of my favorites. I used to want one when I turned 16 and my dad wouldn't let me have it. Man, we could have made 100 grand, Dad. I sold mine to a kid at Microsoft. Oh my God. I need to get a water. Be right back. God damn, I can't talk. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Daughter needed some help with something really quick. Yeah, it is kind of like Batman, Jane. QQQ pulling back. Not the best move to see it falling back down here today. Same with the SPY. Pretty good rejection there. 679.50 holding up as resistance now. Getting a lot of chop. 45 votes in the poll. Get your votes in. We only need 5 more to hit 50. That'd be pretty nice. We always like to see 50 come into play. Yeah, the real action I think is going to be more of tomorrow, Steve. We might just be seeing a lot of slowdown here today. Ahead of tomorrow. Oh, sorry. I was wondering what that tab was. It said something weird. Okay, I'm going to get rid of that. Let's go see markets on Bloomberg here again. Dovish comments by Waller. Came out yesterday, but signaled support for further rate cuts. You can see that the Fed decision in January, though, isn't really being priced in. Like, nothing really changed. We're not really seeing rate cuts here. Oh, wow, that is pretty good. For drawing that with your hands, my gosh. That's pretty crazy. This is what she drew, guys. I like Santa's beard looks kind of funky there. It's going straight out to the side. Definitely gives us some flair. Let me see if this guy got in yet. Yeah, nothing too crazy though for January right now. Still pricing in a pause. We didn't see a big shift. SPY just made a new low of the day. Wow. Missed it there for a second. That's huge though. They collect skinny Santas. Been on a keto diet. That's funny. I have a frame for it. We'll cut and mount it today and gift it for Christmas. I see Nvidia hitting 150 before it's over. Man, look at that drop off with Tesla. Wow, guys, Tessie really broke down after falling out of that wedge. That looks rough now on the pullback. Tesla was doing so good the past couple days. You know, technically, the Santa rally is like the last few days of the year, and then the first 2 days of January. I know that that's weird, but generally December's pretty good in general. But the Santa rally's technically those like last few days of the year and then the first 2 days of January. I see our Santa rally on hold. Let's see how that inflation data comes out tomorrow. Almost 50 votes in the poll. It's a very close poll as well. Pretty much 33% across the board. Man, that's a big drop off there with SPY, 676. Support at 481. I mean, there's probably some supports before 481, but I really like 482 as the first one coming up here. 481, 482. There's really kind of a range between 480 to 482. It's kind of strange. You can see all these different peaks where Tesla's peaked out, but it wasn't like necessarily one exact level. Like it was a whole bunch of different levels, but they're all very close to the same range. I'd say 480, 150 if I wanted to really pick one. As SPY tanks, cost goes up. Hey, Costco, we'll take that. How's the daily looking now? Okay, not bad. I mean, it fell with SPY on Monday. Definitely fell with SPY on Monday. Bobby Henry, did we get news? I don't think so. It's always possible, though. I'm not seeing anything. Yeah, I'm not seeing much right now. SPY just looking rough, you know, double topping a little bit. Kind of brutal there on the double top. Might be seeing a pullback come into play. We haven't had one in a little while, but I guess we'll do it this way. You know, who knows? Maybe we'll just fall back down to like test the overall uptrend. Tough call there, but man, good price action. Definitely back down in the short term, past few trading days. To get that Santa rally going, we're going to need a good turnaround from the inflation data. I have a bad feeling, though, inflation might be a bit higher. Man, SPY, that is a big breakdown. Starting to bounce off good support, though. Low from yesterday, 675. Holding up in the ultra short term, little 1 minute bounce. Interesting, SPY. Might get a little bit of a shift here back up. Not all the way back, of course, but somewhat. Let's see. Bitcoin's been pumping and dumping for 2 weeks. It's hard not to look at Tesla. It's still dying off. It's almost down to that 480 to 482 range. Might not be a bad time to take profits if you did try scalping this one down. Wow. That is huge there. All right, let's see it, SPY. See if we can get a bounce close to 675 or not. Coming back down for a test. I went to college for an MBA and did macro and microeconomics along with a couple other things. But ultimately we started Stocked Up, and you know, that became my main focus eventually. But no, I didn't go to school for finance. I got started with stocks because, well, lots of reasons, but one of the big ones, my grandfather was a investor, and one day I just asked him about it, and he started talking to me about it, and that's how I got started. Good old grandpa. It was funny. He was like 90 years old out here saying, let's buy some Tesla. It was so funny. He would like read the Wall Street Journal and then be like, let's buy it. Yeah, it was funny. He passed in 2019, but man, even up until the day he passed away, or up until the week he did, man, he still always looked at him and was talking about him and stuff. It was crazy. The ones that, the best one that he ever hit on was CGC. CGC. Bought some CGC and that thing exploded. Yeah, I was pretty close with them at least. I wish I had a sentimental trading story like that. Maybe I'd be a better trader. I never thought about it that way. Maybe could be the case. How's Tilray looking? Ooh, Tilray. Oh, no, that's Tesla. Sorry. That was my muscle memory when I typed the T. Yeah, Tilray falling down. 1350 breakdown coming in. Here we go with Tessie. My Pops is 101, still kicking. Just got out Tesla 492.50 out at 480.50. What a scalp. Wow, that's a good one. 12 points. Nice, Elite. I think you took profits at a smart spot, too. 101. Wow, Johnny. That is insane. Wow. We got to give him a round of applause. 101. I want to make it to 99 so that I can be like RuneScape and max out my skill. Robotaxi may kill Uber and Lyft. That's a really good point. It definitely can. Unless they spark some huge deal. But, yeah, I mean, wow, Uber's really moving down, guys. I mean, that's a good point. That I know that a lot of traders have actually talked about that recently. That could definitely be becoming a factor here. You missed the move on SPY. That's okay. Does he eat McRibs? That would be pretty hilarious if he did. If he did, that would actually be really funny. Yeah, let's go back to SPY. At least Mag 7. Yeah, continuing to die down there. 675. Wow. Broke down through. Sheesh, it just really continues here today, doesn't it? Nvidia still going lower. Yeah, no wonder the SPY's down. Looking at Mag 7, I mean, gosh, everything's adding pressure. But yeah, Tesla and Nvidia are really the main two. And Nvidia, gosh. Yeah, that is a rough one there for them. Wow. It's a big intraday move. 170 probably coming up next. Let's go see what we're looking at with SPY. Some next larger supports here. Let's see. Oh, wow. Pretty good one, right around 673.75. 674, but I really like the gap fill. If it could fill this gap down to like 672, around 672. I don't have an exact level there, but load. There we go. Now we can. Now we'll get that level. We got, man. Hard to make the call there, but I would say closer to like 672.70 to 673. 673 looking pretty important. That's what they used to eat during World War II? I actually bought some MREs a while ago just to try to eat them for fun. It was interesting. He goes, heck yeah, I'm buying tuna. You had a pizza? That doesn't sound exciting. Oh, tuna pizza. Ew. That's gross. Oh, MREs. Thank God. Could you imagine if it was tuna pizza? That would be disgusting. Come on, SPY. Let's see. Getting slower around 674 here. Nothing too crazy right now, though. They do put anchovies on it? Yeah, I have heard that before. Obviously not an MRE, though. That'd be a wild one. Come on, SPY. QQQ and SPY really dropping off. See if they can get a little comeback going or not. Not that I necessarily want one super badly, but Tesla dropping. Damn, 478. Well under 480 at this point. It does seem like it's starting to slow down a little bit, though. It does seem like a very small slowdown could be occurring here. Or Tesla. I know, right? How low do you guys think it's gonna get today? QQQ dropped off. 604 bouncing though for now. Maybe we'll start to see a bit of a base form here. That could get interesting. Half a percent down. Nvidia 171 starting to hold up for now. We'll see if 170 can be a better move or not. Man, Nvidia down over 3 too. Pretty insane to say there. You think Tesla will go green at the close? It's starting to try to pop up off this little base that's trying to form. At the moment, could be maybe an intraday buying opportunity starting to happen. Let's go see that news here. Ooh. Besson said, I expect Supreme Court ruling on tariffs to be nuanced. Besson said, any concern about Hassett is absurd. Seems like the more optimistic I am with this market, it just keeps dumping. In the short term, there's been a lot of craziness. The SPY has been very underperforming its historical movement this year. In a pretty rough way. You're hoping for that cannabis rally. I wonder if we're going to get that announcement tonight. Don't forget that Trump's doing an announcement at 9 p.m. Eastern time tonight, so that'll be really fun to see. Maybe we'll get some action there, maybe not. We'll find out. Tilray down 5% here. MSOS, pure US cannabis ETF, starting to actually pop back up a little bit. Interesting. CGC's down. How about MJ, the ETF? Alternative Harvest. Hope everyone's having a pretty good day so far, though. Pretty crazy day in the market overall. Pretty bad action. It continues to go red, though. It's definitely trending in one way, which means there can be pretty good opportunity in that. Glad you're live today. Hey, appreciate that. Yeah, sorry, my throat's pretty bad today, too. Hard to talk today, but... QQQ down 1.2%. Going to our watch list here. Let's see what's leading the way down. Aqua Metals, AQMS. Dang, Aqua. No good there. Spy's acting like a toxic ex-girlfriend. That's a pretty funny way to say it. New low of the day achieved, though. 674 just broke down. Remember, 673, 672.70, 673 is my larger support that I am looking at. All right, all right. Is there any chance that the sellers will get out of Tesla and allow you to break even? I don't know. I wouldn't put much faith in that today. Tesla's been really moving higher lately. That was a pretty bad drop-off. I think it would be pretty rare that it makes a full recovery. I don't know where it has to get to for you to break even, but it seems pretty tough. Do we get 670 on SPY? I think that would be pretty hard to hit today. 670 would be a pretty large drop. I'm actually looking for it to start to bounce here around 673. I'm really looking at this previous resistance here. Or sorry, yeah, previous resistance around 670. Yeah, 673, 674. Again, closer though, 673 is where I like a lot of these hits. You guys can see, I'm going to point to this resistance, previous resistance, that's now possibly going to act as a good support. Would be a big place to keep doing it, that's for sure. This music is called Deep Focus 2-hour mix to get in the zone for intense study and work. The channel's called Deep Focus Music. I'll just send you a link though. I just watch new ones by them all the time, so sometimes they're new, sometimes we replay them. But yeah, check it out. Not bad. Sell the news since they said rate cuts IWM in the shitter, which was supposed to help them. Instead, they're crushing everything. That's tonight at 9, Jane. At least it should be, I thought. Yeah, that'll be fun. It's happening right during the Q&A as well. This pullback seems just like a normal pullback. Or am I just being paranoid? He says he thinks it seems more than just a normal pullback. You know, I don't think it's that big of a deal yet. Tomorrow, whenever the inflation data comes out, you know, we'll really start to see what's going on here. But, you know, the SPY's just a little slow here. It's not like it's that bad yet. We actually just hit new highs like 3 days ago. So, I mean, it's not that bad since we just hit highs. The data yesterday didn't really suggest any large sell-offs or anything like that. It was just more normal data, I would say. Now, tomorrow, if we do start to see some pretty insane price action, then that could be the case. Jake said Texas Roadhouse, CMG, and McDonald's all on the upside. Texas Roadhouse. Hey, that's pretty cool. Nice action there. I know TXRH has been down a lot lately. Not a ton, but, you know, for a stock like them, it's been pretty slow. Yeah, Mason went there the other day. That's funny. Yeah, I like it quite a bit, too. Oh, yeah, the cactus blossom. Yep. That thing is seriously like drugs. That's how good it is. Gets you addicted. See Chipotle today. Nice pop up there as well. What was the other one? Oh, Mickey D's. How could I forget? Oh, Mickey D's isn't the best today. What about Jack? Jack in the crack. This one's getting kind of funny here. Jack is really pulled back. Wow. Trying to hold on support, but looks brutal. What do you think about TLT for a long, John said. I'm a bit worried about TLT longs right now. If it's a longer term outlook, I like it, but it's tough for me because what is the Federal Reserve going to start doing with the rate cuts here? You know, if inflation data comes in tomorrow and pushes the Feds more towards pause, I mean, that would be a bad sign for TLT. We'll probably see it fall. Yeah, we do, yeah. I quit paying attention, though, now. I really thought I was going to win because I was only paying attention to Hunter, and I wasn't paying attention to anybody else. And I didn't realize that Cashan or whatever would end up beating me. I was like, yes, we got Hunter by 3 points or something, but then, nope. Someone pumped BTC close to 90K. The music stopped. Market manipulation. They started opening more jacks in Illinois after like 20 plus years. More jack. You thought it froze? Man, look at Bitcoin here. I think Bitcoin looks pretty rough. I personally feel like Bitcoin could pull back more. I do, I do. You think markets drop because of fear of the inflation data? That could be a very valid point here. There could be some fear today ahead of the inflation data for sure. Just some de-risking happening as well. It's a pretty rough couple moves here, but hey, that's the market, right? What are the chances of it really being total fear, though, here? I'm gonna look at what I plan to buy my family for Christmas. Have a green day, friends. Sounds good, Jane. Have a great one as well. Have a green one, I should say. They're going to be resetting the entire financial system for the U.S. They need to shake retail out of as many things as possible, including crypto, with small/mid, some down 40%. Whoa, BW. You got a lot to say there. If they're going to be resetting the entire financial system, that would be a big deal. That could be pretty crazy if we start to hear talk like that. Guess it could happen, though. What about whenever there's no more income tax? Reddit. RDDT. Pretty good day by them, up 3.8%. A lot better than a lot of other stocks I've seen. CGC's up 10%, even though they pulled back from open, which is interesting. A lot of these healthcare stocks have been on fire. Look at Moderna here today. Sheesh, now that's getting crazy. mRNA. Alrighty, guys, we're probably going to go ahead and end the stream there today. I appreciate everybody joining up. Thanks for putting up with my bad voice today. Getting wild out here with the weather. Getting hot and cold, hot and cold. Pretty crazy. But alrighty, guys. Let's go, let's go. Let's have a great rest of the day. I appreciate everybody joining up. For sure, for sure. If you need anything, make sure you let me know in the chat. Here's our poll. 74 votes today. 38% said bearish price action. See you guys later. Let's go. Let's have a great one. Appreciate you guys as always.